Chris.
And I'm Teal.
And this is In the Know. We're here at the 9th annual MA Lee Scholarship Fund in Gala. We are here with the man of the hour, Dr. Maurice A. Lee himself. It's such a great thing that you're doing by paying it forward and giving scholarships on your birthday of all times. What encouraged you to do something like that?
Well, what encourages me is the fact that I can always think back in retrospect of some of the hardships that I endured when I was in college. And so as I begin to think about children and as I become older and how I want them to be able to live healthy and productive lives as grateful citizens, I thought that the best way for me to be able to do that is to provide scholarships so that they can have the financial assistance to attend a four-year college or university so that they can obtain that higher level of education and a degree so that they get those great jobs, get out into the community, and be able to recycle and give back the same way.
What does it mean to you to bring this type of event back to the community where you were raised?
Well, you think about this community and sometimes the bad tends to outweigh the good. And so as long as we can continue to place those positive images in the visual minds of our students and our youth, then maybe that will allow them to want to either blaze the same pathway or either travel the same journey so that they can get to their destination as well. So I think as long as we continue to show them, then they'll become.
What's something that you want to say to the youth that's out there that may not be in a position to receive the scholarship to encourage them?
A scholarship doesn't define who you are or where you are in your life. The only thing that scholarships do is provide that financial assistance. But there are a lot of resources out there. There are grants, but you have to do your homework. So if it's something that you want to achieve and you're serious about it, then I encourage you to tap into all of the resources that you possibly can and go after your dream until it becomes a reality.
Dr. Maurice A. Lee here, paying it forward. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you.
We're here with actor Brad James. Brad, we greatly appreciate you being a part of this event. What does an event like this mean to you, and what does paying it forward mean to you?
You know, I actually appreciate being invited to an event like this. Paying it forward to me simply means preparation. Proper planning prevents poor performance. So preparation for us is paying it forward. It's making sure that we're not just taking care of ourselves. It's about being selfless and readying the next generation. And in this instance, these are people who are headed into higher education. And higher education is so important. It's monumental. It's you can't even put the exact value on it because of the ripple effect that it has. So you inspire minds, and minds that grow can't be stopped.
How important was education to you, and what's a word of encouragement or advice that you could give to the youth?
You know, I look at education maybe a little bit differently than most people. I don't look at it as something that I did one time in one stage of my life. I believe in constant education. I believe in continuing renewing of our minds and the ability to grow. Because once we stop growing, we begin to deteriorate. So, you know, I definitely believe in moving forward. For me, education means that ongoing process where we're making ourselves better. So it means a lot to me in my everyday life, not just, you know, the school education I went to, but taking that school education and putting it into the real world and allowing that to continue to cultivate.
Brad James, man, we greatly appreciate you. Thanks, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. We're here with Cinnamon Morant, being honored as community activist this year. Cinnamon, being that you grew up in this community, how does it feel to now be a part of it to where you can give back and oversee and make sure that the community is going forward how it's supposed to?
It actually means a lot to me because I grew up as an at-risk youth, so to speak, where I was not productive. I was very angry, really wasn't heading anywhere, didn't have direction for life. And when I began to take a turn for the better, after becoming a Christian, changed my mindset, seeing and wanting more. Really, all I did was begin to implement the hurts that I saw in others. I started trying to help in those areas to strengthen youth, to strengthen women. So it means a lot to be able to get back to the kids that some of the parents I grew up with, some of the parents and the young people that I grew up with. So it means a lot.
What advice would you give to the youth now, being that you see exactly the problems, the trials and tribulations that they go through? What is some advice that you can give to the youth?
My main thing that I push is perseverance. Perseverance mainly because we all go through things. What messed me up was I didn't have the perseverance. So every time I went through something as a kid, I gave up. I became angry. I became self-destructive, so I hurt myself. So when I began to understand about perseverance and understanding what Christ went through and what he endured, that perseverance kicked in to help me know, okay, anything that came my way, I can overcome it. It may not feel good, but if I keep going, it's going to pass. So instead of staying stuck, I persevered and I pressed and I began to prosper. So,
what are some things that you would like to see done that are not being done already in this community?
more jobs,
Okay.
Definitely more jobs. More activity for the kids. We don't have a lot of activity for the kids. You have to drive mostly an hour away to do something for the kids, to see something positive, and more jobs for women. A lot of single parents, women, they end up staying with men or doing things like that to try to get by rather than being able to provide for themselves. So more jobs would help a lot.
Okay. Any last words that you would like to give to the people?
Just tell everybody to persevere. If you have a dream, once was someone who didn't believe that I had talents, I had gifts, but God has put talents and gifts in all of us. So if you can just find out who you are, find out what your real identity is, things will begin to fall into line. I mean, no matter what happens, I mean, things will fall into place for you. Things that were once hard will fall into place. So just persevere, seek your true identity. Don't be afraid to face yourself, no matter how bad or how good, and you'll make it.
Cinnamon, we greatly appreciate you. Congratulations on receiving the Community Activist Award. It's definitely well deserved, and we thank you. We greatly appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
We're here with actor and philanthropist Bryant White. Bryant, good to see you again this year, man.
Blessing to be back.
Hey, what does paying it forward mean to you?
In my life, I was very fortunate to have a lot of adults from all races, from all states, from all countries around the world that reached out to me, that set a good example, that were role models. They might not have been blood relation, but they cared. They cared with their time, they cared with their energy, they cared with their thoughts, and they cared enough to share those positive things with me. And those were inspirations. Those helped guide me and shepherd me along my path. A lot of days, kids are just sitting still on the path to their future. And a helping hand, or just even blowing the wind of positivity towards them, helps them along the way. And I had so many people that did that for me in my life that I make it a point. It's my purpose in life to pay it forward. And when you meet people like Dr. Lee, and my good friends Chuck Maldonado and Darren Henson, who are involved with this organization and got me involved, you have to stop. You have to give your time. You have to give your energy. Even when you're tired, even when you have to fly in from other states and doing other jobs, it's important. People did it for you. That's the way the world keeps spinning. It takes a village to raise these kids, and I'm proud to be part of that village, Dr. Lee's village.
Being such a well-educated person and being very successful, could you tell the youth how important education was to you?
Y'all, in this social media era, we get a lot of messages, and you get a lot of bad messages. There is nobody that you know that you can see right now. If you change the channel off watching me and try to find who your favorite person is, the most successful person, they're educated. They're educated to the highest level in whatever their discipline is. Rihanna, Diddy, 50, Drake, they know the music industry inside out. They know the production game inside out. They know the business inside out. They know the banks inside out. If you don't understand banks, you can't make money. You can't keep your money. How many athletes you see make $100 million that have zero right now? That's not because they weren't great people, weren't great athletes. They didn't educate themselves to all the aspects of their business. Okay? Education is everything. Magic Johnson, most educated man. Michael Jackson, Prince, Ray Charles, most educated musicians about business, why they kept all their money. Always about education. Donna, Marilyn Manson, the list continues. Doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter what sex you are, it matters how you use this thing and how you fill it up when you're a young person. So get in touch with Dr. Lee, get one of his scholarships, make sure you fill this up so you can have whatever you want in life and pay it forward.
Just a word of encouragement to the youth that may be in a difficult situation, just something to inspire them and encourage them.
Anything is possible if you believe in your dreams. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. Who you are today is just a springboard for who you will be tomorrow if you want it bad enough and you're willing to work and educate yourself, okay? My dad's one of 9. Grew up in St. Louis, in the hood, no money, church folks, still church folks, okay? Has everything he ever dreamed of in life because he worked hard for it. My mom, one of 5 girls from Topeka, Kansas. Father was a mortician, died when she was a baby. Black woman with no daddy in this world. We've heard that story, right? My mom's successful now because she wanted it. She put herself through school. She raised her kids. She struggled. You know, God gives back when you put in. Believe, take care of each other. Don't be selfish. Remember, it's a community. As long as you stay positive, keep dreaming, good things will happen.
Bryant, we thank you, man. Keep being an inspiration to the people. We definitely need it.
Bless you.
Thank you. We're here with Janae Crossland, one of the recipients. Janae, what school are you going to attend?
I will be attending Clemson University in the fall.
Receiving the scholarship, how beneficial is that to you?
This scholarship, receiving the scholarship has really been beneficial. It has caused me not to really worry about paying for college. It's really been an asset to me, and I'm so grateful and so thankful for this opportunity.
Hi, I'm Destiny Hicks, and I will be attending Columbia College in the fall.
What does paying it forward mean to you?
It means charging towards your dreams, never giving up, just making sure that you leave your mark on earth, not just a living will, but you leave your mark and you leave success.
Really wonderful to see that Dr. Lee is carrying on this type of event to give back to folk that are in this community, to know that if anyone like the person of his status, person of my status, that can succeed, that they can of course do the same thing. You know, it's all about hard work, dedication, perseverance, and if we can do it, anyone can do it. And that's just one of the things that we want to do as a community, as a group, to actually give back to our students and to encourage them that they have the rights and privileges to do it at any and every time. Education is the focus for any and everything that you want to do. And as a matter of fact, and because of the reason that my mom was a stickler for education, that my family and I are donating a scholarship this evening in her honor because of that, because without education, regardless of what people take away from you, but once you've learned it and you've mastered your skill or you've mastered your art, there's nothing that anyone can do to deter you from doing any and everything that you want to do to succeed in spite of what your surroundings are, in spite of what your parents were, in spite of what your friends are. In spite of, you can succeed. And if you are dedicated to succeeding, if you put yourself in knowing that, hey, this is what I want for me, and I can succeed. And if anyone knows that better than myself, hey, I'll give you that challenge to do so. But in spite of your situation, in spite of, I think that you have got the right to succeed in any and everything that you do. And once you put your mind to it, regardless of your surroundings, regardless of your situation, if that's what you want to do, then you stick to it, and I promise you, you'll be a winner in the end.
Judge Dash, we greatly appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Well, you know, Dr. Lee is a fraternity brother of mine, and when he first told me about the scholarship fund, Gala, I was like, I'm definitely going to be a part of that because I believe in giving back and paying it forward. You know, I was a high school teacher prior to becoming a choreographer, so I've worked with young people all my life, and I also work with Debbie Allen a lot, and Debbie Allen is also being a living legend. She's being honored as a living legend, and because of that, I also want to be a part of that this year.
What does paying it forward mean to you?
You know, I believe that I was blessed. I was blessed with the opportunity to go to college. I was blessed with the opportunity to do what I love to do, which is fulfill my purpose in life. And I want to be able to give hope and also do the same for young people. So to me, paying it forward is, someone did it for me, now it's my turn to be able to give someone the same blessings that I was blessed with.
What are some words of encouragement that you could give to the youth?
What I like to tell the youth is always believe in yourself. Understand that you are not an accident. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. It is your purpose to fulfill that and to be the best you can be. And always understand and know that you matter. You matter to us. You should feel you matter to the world. And just be the best you can be.
Chuck, man, thanks a lot. We greatly appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me.
She's being Mary Jane. Please give a warm welcome to Miss Breely Evans.
He keeps on doing great things for me. Oh, he keeps on, doing great things for me. I'm sorry. I am so impressed. There is nothing that God can't do. It is people like you that causes our community to excel. And when I tell you I'm full tonight, I'm losing my voice because you know I just want to give it up to God.
I'm here with Michael McFadden of Real Talk. Michael, you've been part of this event now for a few years.
Yes.
What is the thing that mainly intrigued you about this event?
I think one, it's my third year here with Dr. Lee, and I think probably one of the best things is my relationship with Dr. Lee and how we've become not just friends as far as being a part of the gala, but just friends in real life. And when you learn about Dr. Lee, that this isn't just a show, that he is very passionate about giving back and paying it forward to the youth. And education is his thing, man. And I tell you what, like I say every year, if it's about educating our youth, man, I'm here to
What does paying it forward mean to you?
Paying it forward, man. A lot of us have been through a lot of stuff growing up, you know what I'm saying? And if we're not giving back to the community as far as the good and the bad, what it took to get from here to there, all of our movements and things that we've done to achieve greatness in life, if we're not paying it to them, we're not going to be able to move forward.
Just a word of encouragement to the youth that's out there.
Oh, clearly. Guys, perseverance is one of my favorite words. If you don't get up after you fall, that means you cannot persevere. We all have problems in our life. The thing is, get back up, dust yourself off, and move on.
Michael McFadden, thanks a lot, man. Great. We're here with Kimani Casino Davis.
I was signed to Job Records and Rough Riders. I've been on a couple of different albums. EMX, first album, I've been on the Rocks album, the Rush Hour soundtrack. Currently what I do now though is I have a nonprofit organization called Why Not UT. What it does is it helps what we call disadvantaged job seekers to get gainful employment. We give them job skill development, job training, and we help them get certifications to build their resume, to give them a better chance of getting a job. And then we find employment that can assist them or give them an opportunity. When we say disadvantaged job seekers, we're talking about ex-offenders, youth at risk, single parents, ex-military, and people with disabilities. It's been a really good thing for me, a healing for me, because my brother was an ex-offender, and in 2012 he returned to the lifestyle, and he was murdered in 2012. So this has been a passion for me, something to kind of help people like my brother to avoid getting back into the system and back into the lifestyle that could take their life or land them in jail, or for somebody who's just a youth at risk, to give them an opportunity to see that there's options out there. So that's kind of what we do. It's been really good. Now we just want to do some things to help give back to the community with our program.
What's a word of advice that you could give to the youth, being that you're from the community, you've gone on to be successful, and you're bringing back to the community? So what's just a word of encouragement to the youth?
One thing that I would definitely say is the youth needs to know that there are options. Because one of the things that we fail to see or fail to spread with the community is that the youth feel like, that their options are limited. And one of the things to understand is there are a lot of programs, non-profit organizations and government-funded programs that are out here to help the youth. And what we have right now is a lack of knowledge, and not of what to do, but to see where these programs are, what they are, to define them and bring that understanding to the youth. So right now, one thing I would say is take your time, educate yourself, figure out what it is that you would like to do. There are plenty of programs out here that can help you to achieve your goals, not just to gain employment, but also if you are interested in being self-employed. You've got the SBA that will help you to get loans, to get different things to help you build a business. So just know and understand that there are options out here for you, and take advantage of them, because this money's been put in place by the government for us to use, and it's just our lack of knowledge of what these programs are that keep us from reaching our goals.
We love what you're doing. We appreciate you. Keep being a light in the community. It's definitely needed. Thanks, Casino. We are here with Bryant McKee. What does paying it forward mean to you?
Paying it forward to me is just basically just being a blessing to another person. Looking for nothing in exchange, just basically being a blessing to somebody without, very unselfishly. I have a program going right now myself, which is paying it forward, where I may go through a toll and pay the other persons, keep it going. So the lady who's buying groceries behind me, buy her groceries and keep it moving. Not looking for no gratification, no glory, none of that. Just being a blessing to somebody with, very unselfish, not looking for anything. That's basically what paying forward is, really.
How important was education to you?
Education was majorly important because it taught me the discipline, how to study, patience to study, and just gave me a foundation that whatever I do, whether it be singing, acting, whatever I may do, that it teaches you how to learn. It gives you the ability to learn. It gives you the discipline to shut out everything else when you have to buckle down to study a script or to write a song or get in the studio, because a lot of this business and entertainment is a lot of grueling hours. People get the end result of the product, but if you knew what it took to get to that song or finish that CD or film that movie or do that reality TV, you would be like, wow, it's a lot of work. So it takes patience and discipline, and a lot of times school teaches you that. If you plan on graduating and passing and doing well, you'll get that out of there.
A word of encouragement to the youth. What's something that you could say to inspire them or encourage them for someone that may be going through right now?
I would tell them to stay focused, keep God first, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and His righteousness, and everything else will be added.
Hey man, we greatly appreciate you. Keep being the light for the community. We need it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thanks, man.
I'm Kian Carpenter, and I'm a retired Atlanta Falcon.
Paying it forward, what does that mean to you, Kian?
It's our duty to give back, pretty much our responsibility. especially those of us that have made it and been successful. I think it's our job to pay it forward. You know, it's a lot of kids and people out here that really need some help, and it's our responsibility to take care of our community.
What's a word of encouragement that you could give to the youth that's out there right now trying to make it, trying to be successful in society, being that you're somebody that has been successful? What's a word of encouragement that you could give to them?
Stay focused. You know, never let anybody tell you what you can't do. It's free to dream. I was a kid with a dream, and you know, I persevered through all of the ups and the trials and tribulations throughout my life and was able to be successful. So don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do. Always keep God first in your life and let Him lead the way. And however it goes, you're gonna always be successful.
Hey man, we greatly appreciate you. Keep being a light for the community. We greatly appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
We're here with R&B singer Rel. We're here to pay it forward.
Education is probably the first milepost, you know, for anything that you're going to do in life. There is no line of business that you can go in without wanting to know, you know, first about that business. Business, just a word of advice, quick advice, you know, make it your business to either major or minor in business. If you want to be an entrepreneur of any sort, it's a no-brainer to have one of those under the belt, business or your craft. You know, whether you major in your craft and minor in business, or major in business and minor in your craft, one way or the other, that's the approach.
What's a word of advice that you could give to encourage the youth that's out there right now?
Follow your dreams. Youth, it is important, very, very, very important that you guys follow your dreams. Follow that thing that you are the most passionate about and turn that into work. That way, on a good or bad day, you wake up and you lay down with no regrets because you're doing what you love to do. While you have the opportunity to focus on it, focus on your passion first, you know, and try and incorporate your passion. Try and make a way for yourself to live on your passion. And then it never feels like work. Trust me.
Hey man, we greatly appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man. Looking forward to it. Pay it forward.
Absolutely.
Okay? I have an immense amount of respect for Dr. Marshley and everyone involved and everyone affiliated with me being here. It's an honor to be back home, you know, amongst my own and see the progression and the success that's been created, you know. Blessed to be here, honored to be a part of this, you know.
And of course,
to see you again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I am looking forward to being a part of this in every way.
Hey man, thanks a lot.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having me.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
So excited about this 2014 McFadden Scholarship Gala. I'm so proud of Liz and his accomplishments, being part of the Lee family, and just so excited for all the recipients who are so excited about their future and being able to pay it forward. It was awesome entertainment, awesome homage paid to Debbie Allen and her mother. I just enjoyed it all and look forward to next year.
I personally thought the gala was really nice, very beautiful. My brother won a scholarship, and really I gotta give it to you guys. Very beautiful.
It's really well done. It's really inspirational to see how much a community can come together and put on a lot of music.
I am Tangela Nesbitt Smalls. I'm here at the 9th annual MALSF. I am so excited, energized, motivated. I've got an unction now to go out and pursue my dreams. This is such an awesome event. It's just prolific. It's life-changing. I'm glad I was here and I will not miss another gala. Awesome, awesome, awesome.